2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
A big welcome back here for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Rosen will throw. And he's got Gresham. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And Gresham has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Rosen to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And for Darius Geis, this is his first NFL carry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tiger. Hey, back up.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the Cardinals coming out here and take a look back, Charles, at 2017. Really, everything started going south. Unfortunately, week one, that's when they lost David Johnson to a wrist injury. From there, they really couldn't turn it around.
And in the offseason, coaching change. Steve Wilkes now in charge. Comes with a defensive bent. Remember, he was a defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. And he probably was blitzing from the time he took the job. That's how aggressive he is. On the offensive side of the ball, you know, there's going to be a battle for the quarterback spot. You knew they signed Sam Bradford. Josh Rosen was drafted. But the identity of this team, David Johnson, their running back. Missing him most of last season really changed the whole dynamic of their year.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down carry here for Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Josh Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A carry for the big fullback. This is Derek Coleman down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Johnson on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Johnson. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. On 1st and 10, Smith dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Dumps it off for Geist. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins making their way out. Last year, a fairly quiet 7-9. Now, the big change, of course, for 2018 here, exit Kirk Cousins, enter Alex Smith at quarterback. What does that change?
The change is that you have a quarterback who takes care of the football in a big way, but still can deliver it downfield. Alex Smith has such a reputation for being careful that it's overblown. He will take the shot downfield. If receivers shake free, get open, he'll deliver it. The other part of that, they get an offensive line. If they can get health there and have consistency up front, that offense can move, and that's what they're going to need to do if they want to compete in the NFC East.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Johnson. Muscles by at the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They pitch it out to Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
To throw is Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Redskins. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air again, Smith. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On second down, here's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He spins free. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
52.
Smith on 1st down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Smith throwing again. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, here's Smith. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys first.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. On second down, Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Room here to run. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it with Johnson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw on second down is Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, it's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Smith. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to...
The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Again, it's Johnson. And some room to roam now. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. David Johnson on his way. The 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 63 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
They'll run it with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. David Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
52. 35.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
15.
Here's Smith.
Jordan Reed has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cards, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.